You alright? How we all doing? So, out with better again today. So what I'm talking about today is the state of the music industry, really, of what music we get to listen to on the radio, and what's happened to all the bands or all the new fresh music, because I think it's so dull at the moment, maybe because I'm older, but if you think about it, over the years, you've had all your exposure to new music was on the radio. But now the radio just plays generic, soulless, just the most bland songs that AI could have created, really. And they've got like 9 writers doing a song, and they all sounds the same. And I think it's not that I'm getting old, because I know good music when I hear it. But hold on, someone come, I'll just pause it. Back on again. Dog is so slow. She's only 8, but she wants to sniff everything. Just takes ages. She's all right if you've got loads of time. So anyway, yeah, I was talking about that, and then 2 things happened the weekend. You had Glastonbury on. I'll talk about the second thing in a minute, because that's a lot smaller, that's to do with me. So I thought, all right, yeah, watch a bit of Glastonbury in the evening. And I just found it a bit disappointing, to tell the truth. It was just so lack of energy, and what a festival used to be. Used to go there and the crowds would be like rocking, and I don't know, it'd be like there'd be a vibe there, but it's just so same thing again, generic, you know. And what kind of festival, like, would you go and see a film if you just had a ticket but you didn't know what the film was? You wouldn't. And that's the problem today. A lot of these people go to the big, you know, festivals that everyone knows about. It's a bit like a bucket list tick off now. It's like, oh, I've got to go to that, right? But really, years ago, you'd only go and watch music if you was interested in it. And when you'd go there, everyone would have the band t-shirts on, and it was like a uniform. But now it's like, oh, the tickets come out for sale, I better go and get them, because, you know, I want to go to Gassenbury. It's not like, oh, I want to go and see the Foo Fighters or whatever band, it don't matter. But say people just go for the event, and that's not really real music fans. I was saying to a few of my mates the other day that the only really real music festival there is like a download for like the metalheads and everything. And they go there and they all dress in the metal uniform, and that's what festivals used to be. And obviously you got the revival festivals. What's she doing? Bella? You know, like where you get old bands what are just been put on, and then you get the people who was into that at the time. But all these big modern ones, people just go there for their outfit, get dressed up, and not really into it. But I think the problem with that is it's not their fault. It's about what music is out there, because I think we've, correct me if you're wrong, I don't know what you think, but hear me out. I think music is probably needs a big change. And you know, like you've had the Industrial Revolution, like I'm talking about, so relate music to that. So obviously there was just people farming and stuff years ago, and then steam and engines were invented, and that changed everything, the way people worked. And now obviously you've got computers, and people moan about old trades disappearing, but that's going to happen because the world has already moved on. It's like in London, used to have people called I found a knocker-upper. This before electric was invented, and they had clocks where their job was to get up in the morning and tap on people's windows to wake them up from work. Well, we don't need them now, and we ain't sad that we've missed them, because everyone who was about has died, ain't they? Bella, come on. So what I'm talking about there is, if you think about it, if we go right back, you had tribal music and stuff, which is always going to be there. Tribal music is probably like the blues. It's probably like the cultural music, which is good. But then you had some, talking about it as an industry, yeah, like in technology. So if you think you had the classical time, well, the classical time, it was all instruments made of wood and strings and stuff like that. And you had people like Bach, Beethoven, all them people like leading the way with it. And that went on for ages, yeah. But then you had the invention of the brass instruments. So then if you look at, say, the 1920s, everyone was listening to jazz. And that took over from classical music. And that's, people used to dance to that. You won't see people dancing to that now because that was out. But at the same time, it was musicians making the music. And then obviously electric started coming in. And then the next big change, really, I suppose, was with the birth of the electric guitar. And that's really been going for what? I don't know, 75, 80 years. I'm talking about, say 70 years, I'm about from like the birth of rock and roll and stuff. And that has continued to grow right up until, I don't know, year 2000. But I then think from then on, I think everything's regurgitated. And then if you think about it, you had guitar music, which was a brand new industry. So you think of it, you've got the classical period, which is like an industry of music, which was a brand new sound. Then you've had the brass with the jazz and the stuff. That's a brand new sound. I'm probably missing others out, but I'm just saying so you get the idea. And then you had the electric guitar, which was created, I don't know, electric blues, the pop songs of the 60s, rock music. And then you had all genres off of the back of that, which come from the blues, the jazz, the funk, like everything in between, country. And then, obviously, 80s, you started having computer music, which, love it or hate it, it was a new sound. And even today, that is as far as we have got, like with the technology. Like, there needs to be a new something out there for it to change again and go, this is a unique sound. Because like even my boys, they're listening to dance music, house music. I mean, they love all stuff, but music which was about in the 90s, like, so they're listening to that. And I think how old that is, that's old music now. So where are we going with this? Well, I don't know, because it ain't been invented. So the point I'm making is, climbing over a little bridge here, there needs to be a new sound in the world created for us to enjoy. Look at this view over here, look. See the horses right in the background. They are, yeah. So it's going to be 34 degrees today. Believe it or not, 20 minutes away from London, yeah. So happy days. Yeah, there needs to be a new sound, I think. And what it is, I don't know. Because young kids, when I talk to my boys, like I remember growing up and you'd see kids walking around looking like Kurt Cobain with their dyed bleached blonde hair, or when Oasis come out, I was walking around looking like Noel and Liam from Oasis. But now with music, there's not even no fashion. There's nothing. It's just so bland and boring. Anyway, I might sound like an old man ranting on, but another thing as well. You see like these rock bands, and they say, oh, they're really good. And when you listen to them, it just sounds regurgitated Led Zeppelin. And they look like actually a tribute band. They're dressed up like they're from the late 60s or early 70s, but it's been done. It's been done. It's fun, but it's been done. So that's what I'm saying. We need a new industry of technology and new sounds of music to bring it on. Because everything at the moment is just regurgitated, and you put it on and it's not nothing exciting. So look at Gassenbury, you watch that and you think, try and undo the gate here. You're thinking, like, I was just switching between them thinking, this is boring. I wouldn't want to pay all them tickets and be there for that, unless there was someone I wanted to see. And if you're someone there you love, then hats off to you, go and enjoy it. Again, yeah, unless you're going just to enjoy the atmosphere of it, then that's another thing, and that's what I suppose a lot of people do. You're not so worried about the bands, but they're going there because they might see a few, but they're going there just for the, I don't know, just for the atmosphere, which I suppose is okay as well. But yeah, as I say, years ago people would go to see a band and they know what they was going to see. You would buy a ticket when the lineup come out, not tickets come out then line up. I suppose they sell tickets that way. And yeah, if it's that's your thing, you want to go and then just enjoy, soak up the atmosphere, that's good as well. But yeah, anyway, we done a gig where we do this jazz jam once a month, and it's a fun gig. You get to go and meet your music mates, and you get to play what the fuck you want, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like a paid, but it's a paid gig, and it's decent money for what it is. But you're playing for you and for people who want to be there to watch the music. So we can, basically we're getting paid to do what we want. But then out the back you've got a restaurant bit, which obviously where people go to eat. And fair enough, not everyone's into music and not everyone is certainly into jazz. But one of the staff come up and she said like, oh, can you turn it down please, because a few people have complained. And I'm like, oh, okay. He said, well, we're not booked here to play background music. If we was booked there to play background music, you'd be charging a lot more money, so you'd be happy to do the background music for the people, for the music in the background. But the idea of this gig is, it's like a jazz thing in the area where we live. People reserve tables to come and watch it, and people get up and play in a second set, so it's a great thing for the community. So in the room where we are, there's people who have come down to watch and get up and play with us. Like, so, you know, that room's full up. But then you got the bar area, and then you got a restaurant bit. And all you need is one person's complaining now, and then you got the staff coming in saying, oh, you got to turn it down. It's like, no, we're not doing that, because that's it, your job to tell the people when they book for a meal that there's going to be music on. And so you give them the option. It's not music on where it's background music, it's music on where it's going to be louder. It's not going to be generic stuff. But the people who have come down for the audience there have come down for that. I'm just pause it again. I'm all coming over now before it gets too hot to take the dogs out. So I've lost where I was there. Can't remember what I was saying. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we was in that part and she come out and she said like, you know, can you turn it down? And it's like, no. And also there's like a, which was no good, because even me, we're playing music and there's a telly on of Glastonbury with no sound on, and you end up bloody watching it because, I don't know, not that I'm into telly, but you get drawn to it, but you can't even hear it, and we're playing jazz, so it was a bit funny really. So that's the thing, not everyone loves music, not everyone loves jazz, and some people ask you to turn it down, even though they've booked you it for an event where the music is the main thing. That's it. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you later. Bye.